Welcome to a fun and exciting way to learn English, through stories. Are you ready to unlock your English skills while enjoying amazing tales? Stories are powerful. They spark your imagination, make you feel, and help you remember. Our English learning program uses captivating stories to teach you vocabulary, grammar, and speaking skills naturally. With every story, you'll learn new words, understand grammar in context, and practice speaking like a native. Whether you're a beginner or advanced, our stories are designed for you. So, why wait? Dive into the world of stories and start your English learning adventure today. Subscribe our channel and let's make learning English unforgettable. Let's begin. Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there lived a powerful and wealthy king. He ruled over a grand kingdom filled with riches, palaces, servants, and treasures. People feared him, admired him, and obeyed his every command. But despite all his power and wealth, the king was not happy. Something was missing. Something important. Every night, he lay in his golden bed, wide awake, staring at the ceiling. He had everything a man could want, except peace. One morning, tired and frustrated, the king called his advisors and shouted, "I am the most powerful man in the world, yet I feel empty inside. I cannot sleep. I cannot rest. My heart is always troubled. What is this feeling? And how do I get rid of it?" The room fell silent. No one dared to speak. Finally, one old advisor stepped forward and bowed deeply. "Your Majesty," he said softly, "perhaps you are searching for peace. And peace is something that cannot be bought or forced. It must be learned." The king frowned. "Learned? From who?" "There is a wise man who lives high in the mountains," the advisor replied. "He owns nothing, yet people say he is the happiest man alive. Maybe he can help you." The king stood up and pointed to his guards. "Bring him to me. Now." And so, the royal guards rode for days through forests, across rivers, and up rocky hills until they found the wise man sitting outside a small hut made of wood and stone. The wise man had a long white beard, kind eyes, and a simple robe. He was sitting peacefully, watching the sunset. One of the guards stepped forward. "Wise one, the king commands you to come to the palace. He seeks peace, and he believes you can give it to him." The wise man smiled gently and replied, "Peace cannot be given, only shown. But if the king is truly ready to learn, I will go." Back at the palace, the king waited impatiently. When the wise man arrived, the king said, "Tell me your secret. Give me peace. I will pay you gold, silver, land, whatever you want." But the wise man shook his head. "Peace cannot be bought, Your Majesty. It is something you must find within yourself. If you truly want peace, you must follow me. Leave behind your crown, your riches, and your guards. Come alone. Are you willing?" The king was shocked. "You expect me to leave my palace? Me? The king?" The wise man looked him in the eyes and said calmly, "If you keep doing what you've always done, you will keep feeling what you've always felt." The king thought for a long moment. Then, to everyone's surprise, he removed his crown, stepped down from his throne, and said, "Let's go." The wise man led the king on foot through forests and fields, over hills and through quiet villages. The journey was long and tiring. The king's feet hurt, his clothes got dirty, and he was hungry. "This is madness," the king complained. "How does this bring peace?" But the wise man simply replied, "Be patient. You will see." They walked until they reached a small village. The houses were simple, and the people were poor. But something caught the king's attention. Everyone was smiling. Children played in the dirt, women sang as they worked, and men shared food and laughter. The king turned to the wise man and asked, "They have so little. Why are they so happy?" "Because they have enough," said the wise man. "They are not chasing more. They are grateful for what they have. The king thought about that. He had everything, yet he never felt it was enough. That night, the king slept on the floor of a villager's home. No silk sheets, no royal bed. But for the first time in many years, he slept deeply. He dreamed of nothing, and woke up feeling rested. He rubbed his eyes and said, "I feel calm. I don't understand it." The wise man smiled. That is the beginning of peace. When you stop needing more, you start feeling enough. The next day, the wise man handed the king a wooden tool and said, "Today, you will help in the fields." The king looked confused. "Me? Work like a farmer?" "Yes," the wise man said. "There is peace in working with your hands. In giving instead of taking." So the king joined the farmers in the fields. He planted seeds, carried water, and wiped sweat from his brow. It was hard work, and at first he hated it. But slowly, something changed. He began to enjoy the rhythm of the work, the laughter of the farmers, the joy of doing something useful. One of the farmers handed him a piece of bread. "You work hard, stranger. You're one of us now." The king smiled. "Thank you. I think I like being one of you." That night, he sat by the fire, listening to music and stories from the villagers. His heart felt warm. He laughed like a child. And again, he slept deeply. The next morning, the wise man took the king to a quiet river. The sun sparkled on the water, and birds sang in the trees. "Sit here," said the wise man. "Do nothing. Just breathe." The king sat down. At first, he felt awkward. His mind raced. He thought about his kingdom, his duties, his worries. But the wise man simply said, "Let those thoughts pass. Don't hold them. Just breathe." So the king did. He listened to the sound of the water, the wind in the trees, and his own breath. Minutes passed. Then hours. And slowly, all the noise inside him faded away. He opened his eyes and looked at the wise man. "I feel something I've never felt before. It's like, everything is still. Like I'm part of the world, not fighting it." "That," said the wise man, "is peace. It's not a place or a thing. It's a state of being. And it lives inside you, not outside." After many days, the king returned to his palace. But he was not the same man. He walked differently. He smiled more. He listened more. His servants noticed it first. "You seem lighter, my king," one said. "I feel it," the king replied. "I was chasing peace like a prize. But it was here all along, waiting for me to be still." From that day forward, the king ruled differently. He was kind, patient, and humble. He opened schools, gave to the poor, and listened to the voices of his people. His kingdom became a place of harmony. And when people asked him, "What changed you, Your Majesty?" he would smile and say, "I met a man who showed me that peace doesn't come from power. It comes from purpose, gratitude, and living in the present." Far away, the wise man returned to his hut in the mountains. He continued to live simply, quietly, and joyfully. And whenever someone climbed the mountain to ask for the secret to peace, he would say, "Stop searching for it like a treasure. Stop chasing it like a dream. Be still. Be kind. Be present. And peace will come to you."